Hey, we coming to the closing now. It's that guy. It's that dude. What is he gonna talk about? What is there anything different new said? I mean, there's nothing new. That's what we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna let you know that too. Here's your big old pen too, bro. Sign that deal right there. There's nothing new said. Can y'all agree with that? If anything, you're probably gonna walk away with some confirmation more than anything. If you actually can relate or actually understand what happened today and last night, everyone basically said the same thing. There's nothing different. What's the difference? You. But man, you live with me. You know I'm gonna say that. But it's the truth. My mom, I told you guys it's a lot over on the Mostmoto pages every day. There's nothing different. Okay? Only thing that's different is the deliverer. The person that's actually delivering the message. That's the only thing that's different. My mom said, hey, Troy, I said, hey, Mom, I want to go full-time. I want to do speaking. I want to go full-time sometime. I called around to some folks, like I said, Dr. Finch, some other people. They said it's time. But my mom said, she challenged me and said, Troy, what you going to say different that everyone else is not always saying? I said, nothing. There's nothing that's going to be different. The only thing is the messenger. There's going to be people I won't be able to reach that Paul may not listen to in the past. You follow me? There's going to be people that can be reached by Dr. Finch that I can't reach. But the only thing is, all I have to do is make sure I do what? Show up. All the time. Every day. All day. Even when I don't feel like it. And even when I don't feel like going to the gym and I got to do something, I miss a Mostmoto, I get a call by James and say, hey bro, you sick? Something wrong? No, what you mean? Turn my mic down a little bit. Just a little bit. What's wrong with you? Didn't do a Mostmoto today. I think you got my phone tapped because I missed a live every time. But that shows momentum. People are listening, right? So what I like to do is, what I actually set out to do is to change the way that people think. I want to make people successful. Help people become more successful in their life. But that's changing the way that they think in their mindset. Everything starts here. What goes in here, this is important too. What goes along the neck, turn the music off for me. What goes on below your neck down, that's cool. But what here is the most important thing. This is where success starts. So what is success? I'm asking anybody, what is success? Just scream it out. Do anyone has a definition of what success is?
Successful realization of a worthwhile dream.
Earl Nightingale.
Happiness.
Happiness, that's what success means to you. Because that's the next thing. What does success mean to you is the most important question. And so what does success mean to you? You look at kind of like, I don't know, what is it?
Probably freedom.
Freedom? Fulfillment? Anyone else? Because one thing I haven't heard is what? Money. That's a good one though. Money. No one said anything about money yet. Success is actually achieving an actual goal. And that's all that means. But what we've been plugged into the matrix for so long. My head is tucked. I'm in it. I'm all locked up in it. I'm lost. But then until I go pull that wire out, that's the only way you're going to really find out what success means to you. And that's what I want to help people do, is become more successful in their life by changing the way that they think, right? So it's one saying, I said there's nothing new that's said, period. It's just the message that makes it different. But this is what Miles Monroe mentioned. I was working out this morning, and I go get my motivation going. I got to get my mind right. My wife said, sweetie, you got to be there at this time. I said, baby, I got to get to the treadmill. I'm not going to need to think right. So I go do that. I listened to Miles Monroe. He said, now listen to this good. You might want to write it down. Nothing changes until your mind changes. Information does not bring transformation. It's conversion that brings transformation. You can get all this information today and last night, and nothing changes. Period. You can get all these people telling you to hoorah, yeah, you can do it, baby. You need to show up. I'm walking in my heels. I'm doing my thing. You need to show up. I ain't scared of you. That's true. She can get up here and do that all day. But until you actually convert what these individuals are saying, you're going to be in the same spot. Point blank. Period. So I'm going to tell you guys 4 ways you can be successful. Brian said 3. I'm giving you 4. All right? 4 pillars. And I'm only giving this to you from my experience of what success is. That's what success means to me, Lisa. Right? Success may mean something different to you. And what I want to do is pull out of you what success is to you. Not what Troy thinks it is. And one time I thought having $100,000 a year was the thing to do. And so I was sitting in front of my computer one day, and I just had my second child, and my wife telling me, my child's, having some cough things, and she feeling bad because we went through some things when we had our children. And I was sitting in front of my computer and said, this is not it. I'm making over $100,000 a year, and this is not it. Baby, I think I need to find something. I found out what passion means to me is to edify and encourage. What passion means to me is to edify and encourage and inspire other people to be better than they were 5 minutes ago. Meaning what they were just a second ago. If I can change one person the way they think, that means I'm doing my thing. That's my purpose. What I'm willing to do for free. I'm willing to do this for free. And now when you do it for free, you might actually be doing it for free. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. You might end up actually really doing it for free. So like, for example, I want to go, and I'm going to go back to the topic here, but I'm giving an example about relationship and who you never know. When you show up to do something for free, you never know who you're going to be around. I went to go do a bass boating competition. I'm emceeing a bass boating competition. I'm the only black person there, except for 2 black fishermen. I'm like, oh, look at that. You look like me. But I'm out there, I'm there, and I'm up here doing my thing. I'm rah, get some money, bring some money over, do whatever. But at the end, I had a great time. People said they had a great time. And Paul said, hey, did you know that guy you talked to was a billionaire? No. Yeah, man, he's a billionaire. That's what he does. I mean, when you treat everyone the same, doesn't matter how much money they have. You just treat the relationship. The next thing you know, we might actually be doing business together. That makes sense? Relationship, doing what you do, working in your passion, your purpose, things will start to come together. So I'm going to give you 4 principles, though, and what I believe will be successful to help you become successful in your life. Number 1 is understanding this. Understanding the importance of appearance. Understand the importance of appearance. I told you I'm from the projects. Now, I say that a lot, but I'm actually cool with saying that. My brother from the project, my mom was from the project, everybody from the projects. That's what we do. But when you come with that mentality around you all the time, you start just to staying like you're in the projects. Right? I went to college, Stephanie never knew me in college. Collar shirt, jogging pants. I was not looking like this.
The Debo.
Period. Debo's on. House shoes. That's the house shoes the Debo used to wear from Friday. Walking around campus just, doing my thing. I'm walking like this. My mama, before I went to college, said this. Troy, you don't have to change the way that you look. I said, that ain't never happened. I'm going to be me all day. So when they was telling me I was fat back in the day and all the other stuff, I started developing the confidence about myself. I don't care what nobody said. I'm going to be the crowd. I don't have to get around you. You're going to want to get around me. That makes sense? I became homecoming king in some house shoes. I became a popular guy in high school with my house shoes on. I don't need nobody. But I started to notice one thing is that where you are and what you look like is where you're going to end up staying. So I'm going to church. My boy Arbor will tell you about this. I'm going to church down front. I was doing ministry. I was doing my thing, doing campus ministry. Corey, I don't know if you knew me in college doing ministry stuff. I'm going down front. On staff. I'm doing praying. They say come down front, Stephanie. So look, I'm in the front because I didn't care. I'm on the front row praising, arms out, deodorant showing, just looking a hot mess. But what's most important is the power that's in me, right? Until one day, a pastor came to me and said, Champ, that's when you know you're in trouble when they say Champ. Let's go have a meeting. Champ, look, we encourage each other saying champ, because we champions. But when they say champ, we gotta talk about this. I said, what's the deal? He said, well, come on to the office. So his name was Shino. Shino, if you're watching this, thank you for changing my life, because it changed my life. He challenged me. He said, man, I know you're doing your thing, you're living in your purpose. But we got to work on your clothes and how you carry yourself because you walking in authority. I said, but it doesn't matter. I'm changing lives. People getting saved. What does it matter? I don't care. I can walk and wear what I'm wearing. He said, but you're a leader. And how you carry yourself and how your appearance is what people are going to see. I remember one time when I went down to talk to the track team, Tennessee State, I was doing chaplain and stuff, and they looked at me and said, he played football? I looked at hot mess. He played ball? I did play ball. I played the state. I was on the bench. I admit it. But I learned people was better than me, so I found out real quick. But the fact is, it's about how you carry yourself. So I went to work the next day. When me and Art was working the athletes foot over at Hardin Mall. You know, Nashville had a lot of malls at one time. Went down to Hardin Mall, athletes foot. I said, man, I'm pissed off. So what's wrong, brother? Man, she ain't no talking crazy. What? Talking about he changed the way I dress. Man, that's what I do. This is who I am. It's what we gonna do. That's what Art would always do. What we gonna do? He that friend that say, okay, I hear what you're saying, but what we gonna do? Because what you do, we gonna do it. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? All right, I got it. I'm sitting on the rounders. See, the rounders is where they got the shirts hanging up on it if you work in retail. And I said, now I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna change the game up, dog. He said, what you gonna do? So I'm gonna put all dress clothes on all the time. Every time. There's no in between. I'm going hot or cold. I'm going dress clothes, dress shoes, dress shirt. That's what I'm going to do, period. He said, let's do it. It's funny how people forget what you look like in the past when you change things up. Just the next day, man, you always sharp. I just started wearing this. You always got nice clothes on. I'm wearing the same dress shoes every day. I had only 2 pair of pants again. I told you when I was younger, I had 2 pair of pants. I had the windbreakers and Dickies. The tan ones, you know. So I always got some tan Dickies. Go to Walmart, and I had some boats for some shoes. Y'all familiar with boats? Boats is some Gucci by the dollar store. That's all we had. Either way. So I told Drake, I said, I'm going to change it up. And then next thing you know, he started dressing up. He's rocking the Timberland boots and jeans, and he was an up north looking guy. Next thing you know, he got on dress pants and dress clothes and dress shoes. But when you have momentum, other people start to follow. Man, you always nice. Thank you. But it was then at that point I went to just dressed up all the time, so I didn't have nothing in between. I didn't have no jeans. Tell me my wife was going to tell my boss some jeans. Period. That's all I had. But it's all about the way you see yourself. Can you truly believe that your life is important enough that people actually looking at you as an example? Your appearance is most important. We're not even talking about money. We're talking about appearance right now. The second tip about how to be successful is this. How you become successful is the importance of education. The importance of education. A lot of people don't know, but I have a master's degree in education. Period. And I've never thought I'd be doing any teaching or doing anything of the sort by anything education related. I knew they were broke. Every teacher I knew was a woman. It was like a mother figure, but they didn't have the money to show. I don't want that. I want to be balling. That's me, all day, every day. All day, every day hustling. But the thing is, I started learning that education can be happening outside of the school, Dr. Finch, right?
Go higher ed, sir. Go higher ed.
Okay. She done went to this whole note. Yeah, she know what I'm talking about. But education, but you actually become educated by educating yourself every day. I started becoming more educated outside of school because I started learning it's all about what's in my mind first, about becoming successful. Period. Point blank. I started actually reading some things. So I met a client, I was doing private banking at SunTrust, right? That's when I became my first VP at a bank before in my life. But if you work in banking, you only know this one thing. Everybody get a VP title if you get it. So that, you might look good on paper, but you got about 34,000 other VPs. But either way, my mama liked it. So I was good. So she said, my son a VP. Yes, I am. So the thing is, I was a VP at the bank, and I met this guy named Rob Simbeck, who was a client of mine. And we were talking over time, and I said, man, you know what? He said he writes books. He does a lot of ghostwriting for a lot of people. I said, you know what? I got an idea of writing a book. He said, you know what? That's good. So I started talking to him about my story. He said, you remind me of somebody I want to introduce you to. No, before we got to introduce you, I want to bring you a book and let you read it and see what you think of it. But this guy has an awesome story. You should look at it. Okay, bring me the book. It's free. He brought me the book. I put it under my desk, or put it on my desk to the side. But every time I had to meet with him quarterly, I said, I got to start reading that book so I can give him some talking tips to let him know I actually read it. Because I'm building a relationship to try to get his money. It makes sense? So I'm trying to get him. I said, okay, when I get to him, I'm going to start reading the book. So I went home. I got my private reading area in my house called the bathroom. So I'm sitting in the bathroom, and I'm reading. This book, Randall Baskin, talking about thinking and growing, not thinking and growing. He actually is growing and thinking rich or something. Thinking and growing. No, that's the actual real title of the guy, but he actually did a spinoff. So I read that book, and next thing you know, I couldn't stop reading it. I was only going to read a chapter, so I could say I read it. To say, yeah, you know that one part of the book where he said, blah, 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 that was a powerful part. But next thing you know, I started reading the book and read the whole thing and said, Rob, can you introduce me to this guy? He said, I sure can. This guy was a white dude from Nashville that had a rougher upbringing than I did. See, we automatically think because these people are maybe a different color than you automatically think they were successful and had money. And then you could be totally wrong. You would never thought that James lived where he come up from. He said, what did you say, the outhouse? And then you said you had a house, where'd your house on top of some blocks or something? Cinder blocks. You had to run to get the water. So you don't know you in the winter. And out there, where were you at? What's part of the country?
Southern Indiana.
Indiana. So this guy was Randall Baskin, grew up in this trailer, roof leaking, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's worth over millions of dollars. I said, can you introduce me to him? He said, yes. I started educating myself because I read his book first, which introduced me to Earl Nightingale, introduced me to Zig Ziglar, introduced me to listening to actually Les Brown and all these other motivational things. I started noticing I'm not by myself. Because at one time I was that guy that thought I don't need that. I don't need you to encourage me. I am encouraged. I'm Mr. Motivation. I'm confident. But I started learning that if I don't feed myself this stuff every day, it'll just be fleeting. And when I start getting to those points where I'm thinking I'm getting depressed and out, because everybody always think I'm confident, but I have times my wife know, my mother know for sure, and now that Paul know, and Derek know, and other people, my boy Arvin know, Kendall know, people I know mentors, sometimes you got to be open to them to say, I'm not strong. But you automatically think I don't need this type of stuff. But when I started educating myself more and more, reading other people's material, I only read 2 books in my whole life after I graduated college, before I started reading now. But I read 2 full books. The first book was Anointed for Business. Because in between, after I graduated college, am I going to go full-time ministry? Or am I going to go to work? I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be asking people for money. I did ministry for 1 full day. I still have the record of the time being in full-time ministry, 1 day. Because they tell you to sit down and write down 10, because I went to a church where you raise up support. You raise money to people to support you, so you don't have to worry about the parishioners giving you money. So they said, write down 10 people, just like multi-level marketing, write down 10 people that you know they got money. So I named every white person I know. So I named 10. I said, okay, so call him, and call his mom. His mom and them is a doctor. I need to call them. I called this family in Knoxville. I ain't talked to in years. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Troy, I heard you're doing great things. Heard you might be going to ministry soon. Yeah, that's what I'm calling about. Is your mom and dad around? Yeah, sure. Oh, hey, Troy, how's it going? I said, it's good, Miss So-and-so. Hey, I'm going to full-time ministry. I want to know if you guys want to support me. And the whole conversation changed. Won't you ask too much? I just want to call my friends and family. You know what? We'll call you back. I ain't heard from them since. But because that's what happens. See, that's why I said I don't want to go that route. I want to be a person to be in business, anointed for business, and be able to bring and give back to ministry. And the time I tried to run from ministry, I said, I ain't supposed to be talking about this. Talking to my boy Arvin today. I said, it's kind of hard to run from something that you called to do in life, doing ministry, and then you end up freaking doing it, and you ain't trying to. You follow what I'm saying? I'm teaching and educating and talking about ministry stuff, and I'm not trying to. I'm talking about business and growth and developing your mindset, but when you got principles that's universal, it doesn't matter. You follow what I'm saying? When you got universal principles that got to happen the way you think, period, if you read the Bible, regardless, it's all just principles. Change your mindset, how you think. Oh, okay, you don't have to be saved. It's people that's not even saved or church-related, and they're in business making money. They read a proverb a day, and they atheists. But they know I got to get these principles in me to be successful. So I just start educating myself every day, looking at different books and materials, reading other material about getting around other people, their mindset is the same. And that's where Mostmoto came from. The mindset of successful thinking. I've been thinking about writing a book forever. Since I first got married, I just didn't know what was going to happen. And I met the right people, and relationships started opening up. Because relationships will get you places that money can't do what? They can't buy you. So the importance of actually understanding education, educating yourself. Number 3 is this right here. Building healthy relationships. You have to build healthy relationships. If you don't have the right people around you, you will fall hard. The same way Mostmoto went up, the same way Mostmoto can go down just as quick if I don't have the right people around me. You got to have vision, right? But you got to have those good relationships around you. Relationships start introducing you to other people that are going to help you take your business idea to the next level, period. Ashley now running the business for herself. Ashley, you tell me, how difficult is this for you being an entrepreneur?
Woo!
Right? Now, is there days where you don't feel like doing it anymore?
Absolutely.
And you just started. And you already feel like that at the time. What keeps you going?
Knowing my end goal and why I started in the first place.
Now, are you there by yourself? You have people supporting you, I mean.
Yes.
You do have support. You have people around you saying, Ashley, don't you give up. Ashley, people need you in insurance. One of the hardest things to sell. Corey, is insurance hard? Difficult. Corey been selling, I don't know how long. He probably been selling for his whole life. Hustling. But the thing is, when you're doing insurance, that's the hardest thing to do. The only way you're going to start to get your insurance business rolling is through relationships. When you start a business as a builder, at least as a real estate agent, tell me, was it difficult for you? Not really. Not really. You experience some things. Yeah, 2008 when the market tanked. Remember we had this conversation before.
Yeah, our both our incomes went down 90%.
90%, did y'all hear that? Income went down 90. You started selling some stuff, right? I'll tell you this, my boy Arthur, we joke about this all the time. When I started getting hit in the rock bottom, everything for sale. But my kids and my wife. Everything. I'm doing a fire sale. Hey, how you want? Yeah, you can get that. I mean, because I'm balling, I don't care. But when it's getting rough, yeah, go ahead and take that table. And you go ahead and get that. You know, how much you got? I mean, I'm making deals. Who was my first customer? You was? Yeah. He bought one of the Caprices, right. One of those Caprices I had. But look, so you got to put yourself around the right people because things start getting tough. Things start building. You have to have the right folks around that's going to inspire you to keep moving forward. We heard this story many times this weekend, but seriously, this was not supposed to happen. I wouldn't let people know how rough it could be, but if you look at me every day like James D said, dude, you looking stressed. Are you okay? You look like your old self now. I said, what you mean? Oh man, a couple videos before, you was pretty intense. I said, what are you talking about? I'm keeping a smile going. I'm telling you, hey man, you can do it. But no. When people know you, when they know you and they see it, everybody else may not see it, but people that actually care about you can tell. Paul could tell. Derek could tell. My mama could tell. My wife, she could tell. But this stuff is not supposed to happen. But guess what? When you continue to keep moving forward, you got the right people around you that's going to help you keep you on down the street somewhere. You're going to be all right. The last thing about being successful is this. You got to have vision. You got to have strategic planning in place. You have to have some strategic planning in place because without vision, you're going to perish. Because when, like she actually said, the only reason why she continued going, she knows her end goal. When you got a vision there, you can keep going. Right? If you got a target, you put it in the GPS. We talked about this before. You put it in the GPS. Do you expect to get to your destination or do you just hope you get there? You expect. There's no hoping. If the GPS say rerouting, you're going to wait. Okay, let me make a left here. Who remember the old MapQuest? We had to print it out. And you be upset because it took you the wrong direction. Like, where's this going? I'm in the projects. I'm not supposed to be here on University. What am I doing? So you hurry up and get back and get rerouted. Now you got GPS. It's going to help you go with the internet and everything else. You're going to get there. But the fact is that you got there because you expected to get there. But with vision, that's the only way you're going to have an expectation. Point blank. Without vision, you cannot be successful. So number one about being successful is what? The importance of your appearance. How do you see yourself and how does other people going to see you? If you want to be good, no, stop. Back up, Troy. Let me take this right here. You can put on the suit. That don't mean you're still successful. We know a lot of folks that drive Audis. We know a lot of folks that got Mercedes. We got a lot of folks that got on 8-piece suits. They so G'd up, they got on 8 pieces. They still are miserable, right? still are miserable, right? Because it's what's going on in here. They've been in the matrix so long, they've been enslaved. We've been enslaved so long, we just keep doing the same thing. So you got to start actually realizing what's important to you. What is success to you? What does success look like to you? What does it mean? Then you can actually start building those dreams that you actually have. What are you willing to do for free? That's something. Who wants to volunteer to take what they're willing to do for free? What is it, Kendall?
What I'm doing right now. Production.
Yeah, you sure are.
Production.
You doing production. You are doing it for free. I appreciate you. What about you?
Teaching people about holistic nutrition.
Holistic nutrition. Important. What about you? Who was it?
Real estate credit counseling.
Real estate credit counseling. For free. Because when you're doing it for free, that's something you got passion for. My wife loves real estate. If you ever talk to her, you're going to know she loves real estate. She's going to talk to you about real estate, and you're going to see the fire in her. I used to be jealous, like, dang, I wish I knew what mine was. I do so many different things. I love music. That Mostmoto song was my song. I did that. I love music, but it's not my passion I want to do for free. I do it for free for me and my enjoyment, but me actually going to tour for it, say, I do this for free. No, not happening. But me getting up and edifying people, and inspiring people, and help pull out their purpose and what success means to them, I do that for free. I've done it. I don't mind it. That's what you're going to realize what your passion is. What would you be willing to do for free? So you got number one was the actual importance of education. Number two, number one was appearance. Number two is education. Number three is your relationships. That's how you're going to get your momentum. Number four is strategic planning. So you remember I asked you guys to write down 5 names, right? 5 of them. I'm going to tell you 3 of the most strongest people that I know. And we get to the 5 names. Number 1 is my wife. Yeah, she laughed, but it's true. She's one of the strongest and most successful people I do know. I'm going to tell you why. Because she had a vision of having children. You follow what I'm telling you? It wasn't easy for us to have kids. My wife about to be 40 this month. But when it comes down to actually when us having children, we had to go through for 3 years. She'd get poked, pulled, I don't know, having little procedures here and there, and she was broken. I was broken. I'm telling her, hey, guess what? I wrote it down. I'm having a child. We're having 2 kids. I'm going to tell you when we're going to have a first one. I wrote it down. I had a vision. I wasn't skeptical. I didn't get scared. I knew it was going to happen. But when you see a wife going through the struggle she went through, you follow what I'm telling you? You start to actually see the power. We have our 2 beautiful children now, Duke and Kaya. That's come from her passion knowing we're going to have children. She didn't give up. I remember getting calls at work like, you got to come and hug me. I'm gone. I'm coming to you. We worked through this together. That's one of the most strongest people I know. One of the most successful people I know because now we have children. It's the best mother on the planet. Yeah, I'm going to give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. But the thing is, that's an example I tell you guys because that's what success looks like. That didn't cost her nothing. She did it for free. I'm not telling you to go do stuff for free just to be doing it. I'm telling you, when you have passion and a desire and a vision, it will happen. The second person, most strongest person to me, successful person to me is my mama. Suzanne Renee Smith. 15 when she had me. She could have easily aborted me. No problem. If she did, I wouldn't be here. Making $2.50, whatever the minimum wage was, with 3 kids in the house. 3 men. We eat up a whole house of cereal. All the food stamps gone. We get the food stamps that weekend, gone. We eat, look, let me tell you what one of my snacks was for me and my brother, with hot sauce and flour to make some bread. When you don't have anything, you realize you start figuring stuff out. Ooh, man, what we got in the refrigerator? This is what all black people got in the refrigerator. A bowl of flour. That's one thing they're going to have. And they're going to have some hot sauce. So we got the flour. Oh, and don't forget the sugar. Because we make sugar water. With no problem. Make some sugar water, get some bread, get some flour. Man, that's so much paste. I want all type of paste in my chest. Eating that, we making biscuits, we making pancakes with this white paste. But we had to make it happen. My mom had $2.50 an hour she was baking, raising 3 boys.
15.
I'm sorry, 15 cents. Sorry. But she stuck through that. She had a vision. She knew my kids were going to be something. She could easily say, yeah, it'd be like the uncles and cousins and everybody else you may have that's locked up. My mama raised us all the same. Neither one of us been to jail. We didn't know what the inside of the jail cell looked like. You follow what I'm telling you? Because we had a vision when mom raised us up, we knew the importance of educating, going to school, and we just want to make sure we graduated high school. Because she wanted it. And then I ended up going to college, then go get my master's. And then I want to make my mama proud. That's one of the most strongest people I know on the planet. And one of the most successful people, my mama. The third person, the one of the most successful people to me is you. I'm talking about every last one of you in here. I'm not talking like collect, I'm talking to Yakima. I'm talking to Jane. What did you tell me your name again? Laura. I'm talking to Dr. Briggs, Arvid, my man right here, the video guy. Tell me your name one more time. Demetrius. Talking to Andrina, Angela. Talking to a friend that came to Angela. Tell me your name again. Pat, Corey, Stephanie. I'm talking to you guys because what's most important, you're the most successful people to me because you're here right now. You don't have to be here. You want to actually grow. Give me something so I can feed myself to actually go to that next level of my life. Not just motivate. I gave you some actual strategic tips on how to be successful. There's 4 ways to do that. And that's not even counting will come. I'm guaranteeing it. I'm guaranteeing it. And they call me back a year later and say, man, guess what? It happened. I got one person that told me that. She said, you told me about this once before, and now she had a new car that she actually asked about. She actually wanted to put that in vision, and it actually came to pass. So I'm like, dang, it actually worked. You follow what I'm telling you? So you have 5 people that actually write down. 5 people that you thought was important in your life. Do you feel that this weekend was beneficial to you? Yes. No, seriously, if you don't say nothing, but if you do, say yes. Yes. That's facts. Oh, y'all saying I'm weaker than them, but Demetrius, don't record that. If this week has been beneficial to you, say that's facts. That's facts. Because I actually write down 5 people because when I was doing campus ministry, Arvin can tell you this, I was a music guy. That's how I met him. When they got in the church, they said, well, you got to go holler at Troy to get some music. Because we listen to rap all the time. Turn it off for me, Kevin. We listen to rap all the time. Oh, that's not even music, that's me bumping on the mic. I ain't getting crunk. But they come to me and say, hey, man, we got to get some music because we got, this guy got to say or this girl got to say, and the one thing they need to have something that motivates them to get some music going. The thing is that what was important to them is that this person's life been transformed. They want their life to continue to be transformed. So they said, give me something. So I gave them music. They come back and buy the same thing. You go buy, who seen Black Panther? Okay, all the black people did. Okay. You seen Black Panther? How many times you go see it? Twice? How much was the ticket? You probably would have seen the IMAX, something like that, 18 apiece. And you probably told somebody else, you need to come see the Black Panther. I'm taking notes. I had a guy on Facebook say, I'm going back to see Black Panther again, I'm going to go take a notepad. That's just too much. Come on, man. But what I'm saying is they actually got it, they looked at it, and they said, I got to keep feeding myself this all the time. 5 people that you thought was important. Again, you said this weekend has been beneficial to you. You said Mostmoto is beneficial to you. Mostmoto stands for the mindset of successful thinking. Moto short for motivation. The mindset of successful thinking, it's a book right there. 5 people. You can afford $60. You can afford $60. It's just $60. Give me that big old pen. No, don't worry about it. I'm just playing with you. You can afford $60. Buy 5 books and give it to somebody. You follow what I'm telling you? Buy the 5 books and give it to someone because look, you don't ask, you don't receive. I'm asking that you buy this book for somebody, inspire them, encourage them. I had a guy tell me at the UPS store. He said, Troy, man, I'm going to tell you something. I know you own your box. I need to get to that. You own your dues are due on the box. So that's the P.O. box that's down there. He said, but before you do that, man, I got to tell you, man, that book changed my life. And I was on vacation in the Dominican Republic. And the guy that was serving us, I was able to minister to him from principles from your book. That's not a ministry book. That's not a book about spiritual goals and life, but it's principles there. And someone's life was transformed. When I was doing campus ministry, they brought people to me about getting music. I actually thought about doing a music store because I'm always thinking about how to make things happen. But they actually want their life to continue and continue and continue to get better. That book right there is my first book. I don't think it's crap. A lot of people say their first book was horrible, right? Not mine. When Kima wrote her book, she didn't say, I'm going to do this just to do it, it sucks. No. James read the book and called me that night and said, hey, this is an impactful book, man. I got people tell me, don't give up on that book yet. Because what you can do is easily say, well, that's all right, it's just my first one. No. Get 5 of those books. There's plenty of them out on the table for you. I'm asking that, hey, I need you. I'm asking for your support. I want this book to actually go to the next level. I want to be able to go to a publisher and say, this is how many books we actually going to transform. We actually going to sold on our own. This is how many lives have been transformed through this book. We need to get this out to the masses. And then also we need that book to actually pay for this building. But you can afford 60. If not, that's cool. I want you to feel it inside you though. How many times have we done things in our life that we actually said that I can do it? I mean, I'm not going to be able to do that. But hey, who's going to the concert with me? That's what happened. Who's going to the concert? Who's going to go to the club? Who's going to do X, Y, Z? I can't do that. This is life-changing right here. So I appreciate y'all, man. I'm really thankful for what we're doing with Mostmoto, the mindset successful thing, and what we're actually going to be doing. And every time I say I'm not going to do something, I end up going to do it again. I said, this is not happening no more this year. My wife and I, this ain't happening again this year. It's going to be next year. Paul and I, we ain't doing this. Derek and I, we ain't doing it. And the next thing you know, Terry out there telling me, hey, you know what? We can't let the momentum die. Because when we do, we get better and better each time. We don't know what the heck we were doing. And I think the issue was, the good thing is we don't know what we're doing because if we knew what we were doing, we wouldn't have done it. Because everyone would tell you, I wouldn't do it in Nashville. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. And the next thing you know what, I'm not going to do it. But since we didn't know what we were doing, no plan, I said we're going to do it, and we're going to do it. But see, people that actually got the passion to follow are actually the ambassadors of it. I don't like the follower thing no more, but they're ambassadors of what you're doing. They're going to say, you can't quit. My mama looked at me last night, and she seen the panel up here, and she's like, Troy, you can't stop. Mm-hmm. That's what you're talking about. You got to do it again. I'm sorry. Again? The stress? But guess what? When you're under pressure, you start to expand. You start to expand. You start thinking a different way. When we didn't have no money, we had one ticket sold. Samantha was the only one that bought a ticket with actual real money. On day 15, I'm on the phone with Paul. What we going to do next? I'm walking back and forth in my closet. I'm calling my boy Dre. What we going to do? And all of a sudden, the mind just started opening up more. Do this. Look at this. And then when you get to the end goal to say, have you done everything? That's when you can say, I've done it all. I tried it all. Every situation started popping up this weekend. The music, the actual sound guy called out sick. She back there. Give a round of applause to Megan. Megan set this whole room up by herself in heels. She called me yesterday and said, hey, I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but the sound guy called out. I don't care, it saves some money, right? Yeah, okay, good. And she was already here. She's not only that, she was here practicing. She was telling us before we found that out that she's been training herself to learn stuff, be ready out of season. So you be ready when it's time for you to show up in season. This girl been training herself last week how to do this. Sound wasn't all perfect, but the best thing was she learned it and it's giving her experience, and it's actually pretty good when it comes down to it. Camera guys, that camera ain't supposed to be here. That's from the church. That's from Daniel's church. The camera guys that we're going to have to do this, quit. Not even here. That camera popped up because I talked to Daniel the day before this event. You think we use your camera guy? He said, you know what, call him. He might do it. That's an actual professional camera now. You follow what I'm saying? The things that come up, you can't be prepared for everything to pop up. All you can do is just go to the vision and keep the vision going and just keep going this, man. You know, I got the GPS set. I just got to, it's going left. I'm going right, going left. I'm going all over the place, but guess what? I'm still here. Day 15, one ticket. Called up all my buddies and pals that got businesses and said, hey, need you. Put your name on the sign there. Those people right there on that sign. They said, we got you. What? Because I don't want to accept. I'm used to giving. I'm not used to receiving like that. I'm used to being the one to say, here goes some money. Put it on there. I got you. Don't worry about it. But when I needed people to actually showing, that shows momentum though. They see growth. They see you actually going. So they're going to say, you know what, we're going to make sure you get there. Everything popped. The AC was working on it. Everything could have came up. It could have been something, but thank God I didn't quit. Thank God we did not quit. And that's why you're one of the most successful people I know, because you showed up to this. So you give yourself a round of applause. Now you come about you, man. There you go. There you go. Come about you. So that's what we're going to do. I want to make sure y'all know that, man. Look, do me a favor and go to the Mostmoto page to review. Let us know how you like it. Tell us how to review. Let us know how you like it. Tell us how it inspires you and impacts you. We got your email address, so we're going to send out a survey. But we're just going to keep making this thing go better and better and better each time. Period. I'm looking forward to the next one already. And I said I wouldn't do it no more this year. We might have to do one more. You follow what I'm saying? Because we learned from this last time, these last experiences, what to do next time. So I appreciate all that you do. Go to the Mostmoto page. There were 5 people you thought was important to you. You can afford $60. Let's go out there and get 5 books. Take it to church, take it to school, give it to your friend. Don't feel bad if you don't do it. You should feel it in your gut. Like, dang, I gotta do something. But that's all it comes down to, man. Take some food with you. Continue to grow. Be inspired. Remember, the true outcome of having a mindset of successful thinking is having an unwavering expectation of successfully achieving a predetermined goal, knowing that the outcome was supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen. We're not supposed to be here, but it was supposed to happen. Change someone's life today, most of all, change yourself. I'm Troy Smith. I hope you had a great time this weekend. All right? I'll see y'all at the table.